is Abu Shadat Munirjaman Khan. He is the program head of climate change program, BRAC. And we have with us as panelist, Dr. Muhammad Atikur Rahman Bhuiya, Professor, Department of Agriculture. He's also Dean of Agriculture Faculty in Noakhali Science and Technology University. Dr. Muhammad Ismail Hussain is Professor of Department of Agribusiness and Marketing, Faculty of Agriculture, Rural Economics and Rural Sociology in Bangladesh Agriculture University. And also Dr. Muhammad Ghulam Mahbub, Principal Scientific Officer, Natural Resource Management Division, Bangladesh Agriculture Research Council. So today our program brief, how we will proceed. There will be the welcome and introduction by Dr. Muhammad Liaquat Ali, the chair. And after that, we will have the keynote presentation. And the keynote presentation will be followed by the panel discussions. And after 1 hour, we will have a question answer session. So I'll request you to, if you can note your questions during the keynote presentation as well as panel discussion. And we will have around 15 minutes of question answer session. After that, our closing will be. Now I will request Dr. Muhammad Liaquat Ali, Director of Climate Change Program, Disaster Risk Management Program and Urban Development Program of BRAC, for the welcome speech. Dr. Ali has more than 32 years of experience with government, NGOs, and UN agencies. He has been, before serving the Climate Change Program of BRAC, he was Deputy Managing Director of WASA. Also take care of the Bangladesh Water Development Board. He was with UN for the CDMP, also with WaterAid, and is quite very renowned and well known for his thought in climate change. And a good article was by him, is namely The Climate Lens. I'll request you, if you, after this session, if you are interested, you can go through this, his beautiful article on climate lens, which is very available on Google search. I'm requesting Dr. Muhammad Liaquat Ali to open the session so that we will follow as per the agenda. Dr. Muhammad Liaquat Ali.
Thank you, Tapurda. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, everybody. So, first of all, I am welcoming all of you in the Global Gobeshona Conference 5. I know there are a lot of session and lot of panel discussion is going to be happen. And especially thanks to you to choose this session for joining. Today, in this session, we are going to discuss about food security. And to mitigate that food security, a famous innovative approach of BRAC in the name of Adaptation Clinic, we are going to hear from Munirjaman, our program head of climate change program. First of all, we all know almost every sector, the entire country, Bangladesh, is going to be affected and is affecting due to the impact of climate change. So even though if you ranked the sector, according to my judgment, and you also agree, the agriculture and food security will be the first and foremost sector which will be under threat, very much related to some climatic disaster, as well as the recent phenomena within the country is called the heat wave. We all know in Bangladesh, the sector is very much negatively affected by climate extremes, events like sea level rise, salinity intrusion, temperature and rainfall variability, and also the trend of increasing the frequency and intensity and magnitude of the disastrous event like flood, cyclone. So we all know in both rapid and urban, slow onset disasters, this sector of agriculture is severely going to be affected. And agriculture, not only the plantation in the field, it will also cover livestock and fisheries. So 25% of the population remains food insecure. This is from a data. And also living with high recurrence of climate disaster, as I said earlier. According to the statistics from the government sources, 455,000 hectares of land remain fallow. And it will ultimately end up with less food production because lands remain fallow. The unavailability of suitable technologies and extension supports are the key challenges to address the agriculture sector. So BRAC initially thought when a man gets sick, he looks for a doctor. We took advice from the doctor, and sometimes they visited the clinic. So we thought agriculture sector is affected due to the severe impact of climate change. So why don't you start our journey in the name of Adaptation Clinic? Because agriculture sector is affected and sick, and our Adaptation Clinic, I'm not going to discuss the Adaptation Clinic, that will be discussed by Munir Zaman. What I'm telling here, you see, our experience, that Adaptation Clinic in the field, it was actually very innovative and timely and revolutionary. So the success was fantastic. And with this pilot, we try to cover some vulnerable hotspot, because those who are working in the Bangladesh, we know there are some vulnerable hotspot and also agroecological zones. So we started our journey in the coast, and then we expanded our journey in the Barinth drought-prone area, and also the central portion of the country, the flood-prone zone. And also very recently, we moved to the flash flood zone, I mean the Sunamganj, Haur area. So now we have different sort of experience, because this Adaptation Clinic has to deal and work with context-specific species and practices. And also you need to give farmers some advice in relation to future forecast, prediction, projection, as well as for agriculture. Farmer used to know what will happen after 1 week or 2 weeks. So within our climate change program, there is a cell which actually dealt with climate information and services and science. And we have a partnership with MIT. It's called CruiseNet, Jamil Observatory CruiseNet project. It is with MIT, and we are predicting at this moment our model is running, and we are verifying with our field data. So very soon there will be some long-term projections for temperature, inundation, cyclone, and flood. There are some specific, especially in the coastal zone of Bangladesh. So that will enrich our adaptation clinic further. So very fortunately, we participate a global call of USAID. So you are awarded to expand that adaptation clinic in few areas of the Bangladesh. But unfortunately, you all know the fate of the USAID. So we got a termination letter from the USAID. So that a scaling opportunity of our adaptation clinic was gone. So we are not stopping here. Through our other partners and also with the resource from BRAC internal resource and also support from our private entities, BRAC Bank, HSBC, we are increasing our areas of work. So I'm not going to take more time. So I will invite all of you to listen to our program head, and he will give a presentation on adaptation clinic of BRAC. Thank you, everybody, for listening me.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Mohammed Liaquat Ali, Liaquat Bhai. Now I'll invite Munir Bhai. I, as the facilitator, I got one brief from the host about Abu Shadat Mohammed Munir Khan. He is the program head, climate change program, but I'll not go through this brief that is available on the folder of ICCCAD and Gobeshona conference. To me, Munir Khan is actually the innovator and dreamer of many ideas like adaptation clinic, Amarbon, mangrove village, number of new innovation and ideas. He is actually the father of those innovation and ideas. And I know him as an innovator of adaptation and climate action. So I'll request you all, you can easily know Abu Shadat Mohammed Munir Khan from Google or from this folder of Gobeshona. And now requesting Abu Shadat Munir Khan for his presentation on adaptation clinic. Welcome, Munir Bhai.
Can you see the presentation?
Yeah, we can see, and you need to be slightly loud, Munir Bhai.
1 minute, yes. Can someone come to my room? Suppose the
Munir Bhai, Siam is coming.
how do I increase this one? Okay.
Yeah, it is in PowerPoint mode now. We can see that.
Okay. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share our one of the pioneering work of BRAC, that adaptation clinic. Today, what I'm going to do is try to give you an idea that how adaptation clinic is basically increase the food security thing, especially for the smallholder farmer. So Bangladesh, we know that Bangladesh food security situation has improved a lot over the past few decades, but serious challenges also remaining. And our especially the nutritional, the food policy that the achieving national nutritional target by 2025, and also sustainable development goal 2 of zero hunger by 2030. All are very important things, especially for the country, small country like Bangladesh, and huge population pressure. So it has really create impact in the food security sector. Not only population pressure, climate change and disasters, land security and degradation, dependency on rice, post-harvest loss, economic inequality, nutrition security, global shocks, and also that policy and water management issue also very much related with the national food security issue. We know that Bangladesh is one of the most vulnerable country in the world. And especially some of the climatic events which really impact our food security issue, like heat waves, erratic rainfall, sea level rise, and also salinity nutrition, increase intensified cyclones, floods, riverbank erosion, droughts. These are the common thing in Bangladesh. Probably all we know that last flood, especially in the Kumilla and Feni, has created a lot of impact in our food sector, especially for the smallholder farmer, and which these all kind of climatic events or disaster is affecting our water availability, agriculture food security, human health, and also livelihood. All these things increase our poverty. As I mentioned, and also our chair also mentioned that our 20% population remains food insecure. Why? Of course, climate change impact is one of the main issues. But at the same time, that 450,000 hectares of land remains fallow all over Bangladesh. If we use this fallow land and produce some crops, maybe it will help to reduce our that insecurity issue. So this is also important that for any food security issue, there are a lot of things involved. I will discuss later on. So what is food security? In different definition, food security means having reliable access to enough safe and nutritious food to support a healthy life. So the word access to enough safe and nutritious food support healthy life. It means for ensuring the healthy life, you need a safer food environment. And how this adaptation clinic is helping this safe environment as well as ensure the food security issue, especially for the smallholder farmer. I will tell you the different stories. How adaptation clinic is basically working to ensure the food security. First of all, we should know what is the definition of adaptation clinic. Already, our chair, Dr. M.D. Liaquat Ali, he already mentioned that what is adaptation clinic. But again, adaptation clinic initiated by the BRAC, and it is basically enhancing food security in Bangladesh by empowering climate vulnerable farmers with their knowledge, resource, and adaptive strategies. And it also contributed for the provision of climate, especially with the resilient agricultural inputs, technical training and advisory services, mobile and also office-based support, data-driven local adaptation planning, post-harvest management, and market access. Overall, it's basically one-stop service center for climate vulnerable farming communities that provide holistic services. as you see that it has 4 pillars, that food security, climate change adaptation mitigation, social protection empowerment, and financial inclusion. The word-wise, probably it looks like a heavy thing, but it's a very simple approach. When one farmer need agriculture-related support, they can come to our adaptation clinic. Why it is adaptation clinic? Because we are not providing only the input service or advisory support, but also we are testing their soil, field soil, water, and also we provide that knowledge that in that particular piece of land, what would be the best crop to grow. Our learning that many of our ground, before that, it was one crop field, but now we converted to 2 crops, and also some of the places it's 3 crops. We didn't do much of the thing. We just take the knowledge from the farmer and try to empower their knowledge. That you have that knowledge just to use this knowledge into your land. You can see the changes and you can see what is the beauty of your land. It's not our land, it's their land, but we are only supporting the knowledge, information, and also we have adaptation clinic in climate prone area, coastal area, floodplain, Barin, and also How region. Except Chittagong Hill Treks, we still didn't start our model over there. So these are the component of adaptation clinic, like technology and input support. It means, just to give you one example, in Ashashuni, 2 years back when we went there, usually their land is seasonal fallow. And then we just tell them and share some knowledge that you can also produce a certain crop in this fallow land. Then they said, how? And we show them that this sunflower seed can give a good amount of production, which basically change your life. And they believe on us. We introduce and connect this seed with this farmer, and the result is amazing. Probably you can see in our television and national media, especially Kolapara, Potuakhali, and Satkira, the huge sunflower. Our farmer cultivated around 5,500 bighas of land by using this sunflower. So before that, they never did it. So now they are seeing the result. Advisory support, yes, we are providing support that how their land used for which kind of crop. We provide a whole year plan that, okay, for this, that quarter, what is the best thing? Like season-wise, that information service we are providing. What is the best crop? What is the drought-tolerant crop? What is the flood-tolerant crops? This all kind of support, advisory support we are providing from our adaptation clinic. And also, our farmer received weather and climate information through voice-over message. That every week we are sending the voice-over message to our farmer so that they can get clear idea, clear message that this is the right time to plant potato or any kind of seed. And if there is a heavy rainfall is coming, what would be their role? That kind of information we are providing through our weather information. And farmers capacity building, yes, all of our participants received different kind of training, hands-on training, and also exposure visit so that they can see that how other farmer is doing cropping practice in different region. So this exposure visit is also a very helpful tools that we learn from the farmer. Rice, yes, basically we are promoting rain-fed rice, maize, sunflower, as I mentioned. Sunflower basically is a big storyline nationally, which basically BRAC helping to that particular farmer so that they can see that one particular knowledge can change their livelihood product and also ensure the food security, which previously the land is not used for any kind of crops. Mukbin, yes, we have like supported more than 705,000 farmers to produce this mukbin in a different coastal part of the Bangladesh. It's a common thing that many farmers they also doing. But what we are trying to, helping farmer, the technique, how they will do their cropping technique so that they can like their productivity can increase. So that is the technique that we are provide training to the farmers. And farmer previously they never used this kind of technique, but now they are following our suggestion and they also see the result into their field. And also that different agricultural machineries we are providing, and the whole value chain we established especially for the sunflower. And we have also like a plan to do similar kind of value chain, establish a value chain so that many farmer can get benefited through our agri machineries, this plan. Just to give you one comparison, what is our baseline and what is the result? Sunflower, previously it was per 33 decimal, it's a 4 mon, and rice 12, and mung bean 2.5, and maize 15. But after our intervention, after our knowledge, input support, training, and also machinery support, it changes a lot. For example, sunflower, 150% the production has increased. And also mung bean 75%, rice 20%, maize 67%. This is the success of BRAC. Why? Because we provided climate adaptive high yielding variety, lines showing, optimum fertilizer and water management, timely showing and pest management, weather and climate information. These are our storyline. Yes, whenever we start our adaptation clinic, we have been doing this community vulnerability assessment, and also we are preparing that crop calendar, disaster calendar, so that we can see what kind of disaster is basically that to create impact our food security issue. So from all this information, we are trying to, we are planning for a better crop crop calendar so that farmer can use our information with the different season so that they can get the best benefit from their particular land. So that vulnerability assessment, as I mentioned, and targeting, and also the farmers card give that all the farmer has what is the previous crop and what is the suggested crop or alternative crop, so that farmer can get a clear picture all year that after this season what would be the in the next season what would be the crop, And why this crop? It's not that we are imposing. We sit with the farmer. Their suggestion is fast. So always farmer give the suggestion and we just introduce some knowledge that, okay, if you do that, this thing, and you can do that thing, that crop. So this kind of that discussion after we come up a solution, and farmers is taking our advice. That's why they're getting the best result from our services. 2023, our number of participants 11,167, and smallholder farmer is around 96%, and 96% farmer didn't receive any support from government or any other NGO. And the number also 94.71%. It means this smallholder farmer is basically our backbone of the country. But government also supporting a lot. Maybe our area is the most vulnerable area and very remote place. Might be this might be a issue that why this our smallholder farmer didn't support from the government or other NGO. As I mentioned, that we always concentrate our adaptation clinic in the most vulnerable area, so that the people who lived in that area, especially the poor and smallholder farmer, can change their life. And also I mentioned previously, it's a one-stop service center, so that one farmer can come to our office, he will get or she will get a proper service from our center. This is a cropping pattern, and we always follow this cropping pattern, and suggestive or prescribed cropping pattern also we prepared on the discussion with the farmer. The participation of adaptation clinic at men is around 61% and women is 38%. What we did, this is that usually we expect that farmer will come to our office, but after 1 year later, like 3 years back, we decided we start mobile adaptation clinic. It means adaptation clinic must be go into the door-to-door, so that our farmer can get services from their door. And we know that our women farmer number is increasing, so that for them it is really difficult to come to the city center or urban context. That's why we started this mobile adaptation clinic, and the number has changed. From our mobile adaptation clinic, 55% participant are women and 45% are male. Sorry, female. And so previously 38, later on when we start our mobile adaptation clinic, it's 45. So for any food security issue, soil is the most important part. We always trying to do and trying to give information to the farmer. We always consider the environmental protection and conservation issue and try to add biofertilizer, biopesticide. Just give you one example that before intervention soil salinity measures is 8,581. And after soil intervention soil salinity measure is 2,118. It means that, and also by using the mulching, the salinity is getting down. And also using by different technique, and we are helping the farmer what is the right technique for them. And this is the result. Mulching, as I mentioned, and biofertilizer, probably you know. If you go to our any adaptation clinic site, you will see a lot of good example. Because they can tell you their real story, how this soil management thing, because before that, they never thought that this kind of technique or some instrument can change the soil fertility. Because they also believe that, yes, soil is the most important component of any land. So they also focus their soil health, and now they are also seeing the result on the ground. As I mentioned, the biopesticide, we are using some biopesticide tools, which is blue and yellow traps, and the chemical pesticide, the cost comparison of a pest and the disease management per biga. Chemical pesticide is really high, whereas biopesticide is really low, but result also very good. We are promoting through all our adaptation clinic this biopesticide and also biofertilizer. Portable solar irrigation pump. One is Moyorpunkhi. The left side one is Moyorpunkhi and the right side also mobile. Why this mobile irrigation system? Probably you know, if it is fixed, then certain or few number of farmer can get a benefit from this solar pump. When we start this solar portable pump, the number increases a lot, the reaching number, so that more farmers, they are getting benefit from this solar portable irrigation pump. Not only one particular area, from their union to other union. So it's a huge opportunity has been created by the adaptation clinic. And the farmer, they really like this technology because this one is not burning any fossil fuel. It's run by electricity, run by solar power, and also all the that service provided from this particular mobile solar system. It's clean energy, and also the price also low. Like farmers spent 2,000 taka per biga previously, now they are spending 600 to 700 taka per biga. These are the all different type of machineries that basically we are supporting to our farmer, so that they can get the all kind of services through adaptation clinic, from planting to the market. This is another intervention by the BRAC, which is agri storage. Like any disaster or any event, for example, sometimes when all the crops come to the market, the price gets down. If they have this kind of agri storage, they can keep their crop for 1 to 2 weeks or 2 to 3 months. They can get a fair price. So this agri storage, we already established a 13 agri storage, different part of the Bangladesh, and the farmer has received and see the greatest benefit. When they have seen the market price is low, they keep their crop in this community agri storage. And when they see the market now, fair price they can get from the market, they sell their product. This is not a cold storage. It's run by the renewable energy. So I mentioned the different crops, the machineries, but at the same time, for nutrition value, you need the aquaculture part also. From our adaptation clinic, we also provide services to the farmer who is interested to do the fish farming. We provide all kind of services. What is the beauty of our aquaculture? So probably you have seen the big pond and all the fishes in the pond. But what we did through our adaptation clinic, we make a small pond in front of their house, like 7 feet to 12 or 15 feet. It's a different size, but not more than that. What they are doing like, that use some the fishery, that fish, and produce from this that particular pond. It's not only helping to their nutritional like a value, but at the same time they're selling into their neighborhood. So it is that they are earning also from this piece of innovation. This is a really a great example of homestead aquaculture, which started by the BRAC. And advisory support, as I mentioned, that usually disease and pest management, participation of women and farmers. Like our mobile adaptation clinic has identified a area so that people, the local people, they know that when they will come and they get the support from the agriculturist. Locally they called agri doctor. And this adaptation clinic also get like advice from the local people. For example, the college principal, school teacher, the learned people into the society. It's basically societal approach. So that the whole society, they provide their knowledge, so that it's not that the knowledge comes from the outside. So they discuss the knowledge, they disseminate the knowledge, and they own the knowledge. This is one of the core, objective of the adaptation clinic, BRAC adaptation clinic. The local people has to own this approach and use in their life. Some of the economic comparison, basically before and after, most of the cases we have seen a great result, that they are getting really benefit because of they are receiving support from the adaptation clinic. Economic comparison also, the certain bundle before and after also give us a positive result. And thank you so much for listening our adaptation clinic story. And you all are most welcome. If you have time, you can visit some of our adaptation clinic and you can hear and see real life story. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Munir for detailed and comprehensive presentation on the adaptation clinic, and also inviting the participants to visit our adaptation clinics. Now, I'm requesting Dr. Mohammad Atiq Rahman Bhuiya is the first panelist to discuss on the presentation, keynote presentation, as well as we also welcome his new adding and contribution. Dr. Bhuiya is currently Professor and Dean for Agriculture Faculty in Noakhali Science and Technology University. He has his PhD from National University of Malaysia, and his research interest is actually the rice germplasm and molecular breeding technology. Welcome, Professor Atiq Rahman. You have 10 minutes or more for your discussion. Yes, he's there. Mm. Mm.
Requesting Atikur Rahman sir to join as a panelist. I'm inviting several times.
We are trying to connect him over mobile phone.
He just declined. I requested to join as a panelist, but he declined. He won't be able to speak without join as a panelist.
Okay, thank you. Probably it's a technical error.
Okay, I allowed him to speak. Now he can speak, but he won't be able to present without join as a panelist.
স্যার কথা বলুন।
স্যার আপনাকে অলরেডি হচ্ছে একটা ইনভিটেশন পাঠানো হয়েছে। জি জি ঠিক আছে।
Okay, hope it will work now. Yes.
আমি কি শুনতে পাচ্ছি?
Yeah, আপনাকে শুনতে পাচ্ছি।
হ্যালো,
প্লিজ। হ্যাঁ, আপনাকে শুনতে পাচ্ছি আমরা।
এখন
হ্যাঁ
শুনতে পারতেছেন?
হ্যাঁ, আমরা শুনতে পাচ্ছি, আপনি
হ্যালো,
বলুন।
শুনতে পারতেছেন?
হ্যাঁ, আমরা শুনতে পাচ্ছি, আপনি বলুন প্লিজ। আমরা শুনতে পাচ্ছি আপনাকে, আপনি বলুন প্লিজ।
হ্যালো হ্যালো হ্যালো
Yes.
ফোন করে বলুন যখন মিউট হয়ে গেছেন আপনি কেমন করে শুনতে পাচ্ছেন আপনি বলা শুরু করুন।
Speaking. Professor Dr. Atikur Rahman Bhuiya, please unmute and speak. Let us try for one more minute. Yeah, sir, please speak.
মডারেটর একটু বলবেন কি আমাকে শুনতে পাচ্ছেন?
হ্যাঁ, আমরা আপনাকে শুনতে পাচ্ছি এবং আপনি বলুন প্লিজ।
প্রবলেম হচ্ছে।
ওনার নাম্বারটা কথা শুনতে পাচ্ছি। আমরা আপনাকে শুনতে পাচ্ছি।
হ্যালো, জি জি স্যার, আপনাকে আমরা শুনতে পাচ্ছিলাম, আপনি আনমিউট করেন, আপনি কথা বলুন।
Okay, let's start again. This is nice presentation in the Gobeshona conference, which is done by Abu Shadat Monur Jaman Bhai. Actually, BRAC always try to help and try to contribute to the community in Bangladeshi people as well as in the world people also. So what I could understand, this is a nice innovation to the farmers, agricultural farmers in Bangladesh, and by this adaptation clinic, what they are want to do, these four climate change, social protection, financial inclusion, advisory support. By these strategies, they want to do support in the local farmers or local community. I thought this will be fantastic if BRAC can execute all over the country, especially to the marginal farmer or poor farmer. but I have some observation that firstly, the name of the clinic, adaptation clinic. If we have here the clinic, we mean that there is some what you call treatment. Definitely, that can be crop clinic. If we say crop clinic, then that would be the clinic which is solution, where the solution has for the crops disease or other things. So I would like to request, or I'd like to suggest to the to Abu Sadat, Monojon Bhai, or others included people that you can rethink adaptation clinic, or rethink adaptation clinic, because you are doing strategies, I mean all kinds of things. So only clinic, it's meaning just one way. So I would suggest like agri consulting center or agri consultants, like, or other things, BRAC agri consulting center or BRAC agri consultants. It's meaning consultants, meaning all kinds of consultancy will be available there in the clinic. But when we think, or we have heard that cleaning, it's meaning only just if we the crop disease or crop pest, then they can give the solution for that. But really, adaptation cleaning will do many things. I mean, all sites will be covered by the adaptation clinic. So I would like to suggest to rethink about the name of the program. Anyway, this actually depending on you. I have some shock knocks. That's I suggested this one. Beside this, I would like to suggest that we in adaptation clinic can provide to the community or to the local farmers regarding crop calendar, cropping pattern, crop rotation, and less import management, less use of water, motivate to cultivate by themselves. I would like to tell details. Crop calendar nowadays the changing climate, also that in the agriculture, for the changing climate, the previous system is not fitting now, so we need to change a crop calendar. I mean what I understand and what I want to say, that previous time, like tomato, we can grow tomato only in the winter season, but nowadays we have varieties to grow the tomato in summer season also. So in crop calendar, we can fit this one. Instead of growing in winter season, we can start to grow also summer season. I just give this one example, but we can change as I am doing research or working in coastal belt, I mean Noakhali region. So I have experienced that the previous crop calendar or cropping pattern is not working now actually. So we have to change some pattern, some calendar to get maximum benefit by growing the crops. So I would like to suggest this one, and we can provide a suggestion to the farmers also, how or which variety can be grown to use less water, less input. Even though to use less input is working on many years before, it started many years before, but to me really we cannot find the exact or efficient methodology or system to use less input. Even though there is working AWD, alternate wet and drying method for the cereal crops like rice, but still there is space to work with using less water, or AWD, I mean alternate wet and drying season. Moreover, after this presentation, actually, the policymakers or the groups or organization, everybody is trying to maximize the yield for the farmers, especially the marginal farmers. But sometimes farmers are not motivated to get maximum benefit, or they are not trying to get maximum benefit. Like I would like to give example that they try to hire the labor. Nowadays in Bangladesh, especially the cost of labor is going to be increased or it's going to be higher. So instead of hiring labor, if some farmers do by themselves the activities of small farming, maybe it will be economic benefited by economic ratio will be higher. In our country, some farmers in locality or community they try to grow crops by using other labor. In that case, they cannot get any benefit. So we can motivate them. Try to do by yourself this one.
Okay,
I
thanks.
think that will be one example to reduce the cost by small farmings. Especially we can motivate them homestead gardening, homestead agriculture, as Abu Sadat Munir John Bhai already presented. But we can motivate them that they can execute.
Okay,
Otherwise, in other sense, maybe this will be a novel innovation or activities by BRAC to grow or to increase the production or to what we call food security, to contribute food security by BRAC and the farmers who are getting the suggestion from this organization, I mean this adaptation clinic.
Thanks a lot,
I think this
Mohammad
is
Atiq Rahman Bhuyan.
from me. Yes.
Yeah, thanks a lot for your suggestions and comments and feedbacks on the paper. And you have some questions and suggestions there, but I think after the presentation or sharing by the two other panelists,
Yes.
Abu Sadat Munir Khan will answer two of your questions that you asked direct to him.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So now we welcome Dr. Mohammad Ismail Hussain, our second panelist. He is professor of Department of Agrobusiness and Marketing. Professor Ismail Hussain graduated from Agriculture University, Bangladesh Agriculture University, and then he has his PhD from Greece, Aristotle University. And he was from his brief, it's quite easy to know that he was a very brilliant one. Like I have seen there, he was Erasmus Mundus scholar and started in Germany for this. His area of interest is climate smart agriculture, agribusiness, supply chain, and also price analysis and rural development. Very welcome, Professor Dr. Mohammad Ismail Hussain.
Good afternoon. I think I am audible to all you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is the session for Gobeshona Conference Session 5. Thank you, moderator, for inviting me. Honorable Chair, Honorable Speaker, Munir Bhai. Super, I heard this is nice presentation that I ever present. I am attended. This one is one of the success story that BRAC already carried out, and I think the adaptation clinic is in implementation and it is now evaluated how it is working on. From Munir Bhai presentation, what I can see that adaptation clinic has 4 pillars that it already he described. One is the agricultural input management or input side. Another is machineries support or advisory support, and weather and climate information, and farmers capacity building. These all are in the production side, including the weather and climate information. When I go through, I can see the also another sub-pillar, that is the market linkage, which is also important in the case of farmer who are participated in the adaptation clinic. As far I understand, I also visited in some adaptation clinic, basically in Jamalpur. The field work I already observed. There are tremendous progress and farmers are adopting the technologies in their home state and also in the field. And also our professor, they are visiting, one is Kolapara and another is Shunamgos, the remote area where the clinic is working. For my side, what I observed in the field is that farmers are really motivated. They are really interested, and they are eagerly participate in the adaptation clinic. That Morizwan Bhai rightly said that one of the major problem of the farmer to keep their storage, their product in the harvesting season. So adaptation clinic established a agri storage system. That is the solar system that operated, that I observed in the Jamalpur. And I found that farmer voluntarily participated in the storage and they keep their product there. And after a certain period, they sell in the market and they get higher prices. That is the important thing, what I stress here. So when you run your adaptation clinic or when you provide technology, you should bring your farmer to link them with the market. The agri storage system give them opportunity to give higher prices for their produces. And another thing, adaptation clinic I observed in the solar irrigation system, that is tremendously progress in Jamalpur. What I saw earlier, there is a low lift pump or deep tubal, but those areas that are not able to go through water availability, they provide the solar irrigation system, and farmers really interested and they are participated in the huge of land are under the irrigation system, and all the things are happened due to the adaptation clinic. That is the success history of adaptation clinic that I observed, and farmer really interested. And another thing I have to mention here, that vermicompost, that is biofertilizer that they produce, and also they are agro entrepreneur, they sell them in the market. So they can use the fertilizer and they can sell it market for their income generating activities. So this is happened due to the BRAC intervention. But I have some just observation to Monibai and others who are working behind it to look after the issue about, already Monibai said that something about value adding activities for the product. But in the field, I don't find the farmer are interested to participate in the value adding activities. I think to add value for their product and then can sell high price, and then farmer can be benefited. Adaptation clinic says that like to bring their land under cultivation, those are earlier fellow, but those products have to be sold in higher prices to link them farmer to the market. And there is a market linkage opportunity in the adaptation clinic. So I requested all of you to follow this strategy so that farmer can get maximum benefit for their produces. What is my observation that I don't, I have not seen good linkage of the market for the participant, although this is in the adaptation clinic. I think you missed one thing in your participation, in your presentation, is that you said that farmers are producing rice, maize, and sunflower mock bean. But I also observed other crops in the field. That is the watermelon in some areas. So, and also other crops they are introducing. Earlier, there is a single crop land. Now they produce multiple crop, including vegetables also. In previous, there is no vegetables in the field. Now they produce vegetables and they can sell the vegetables in a higher price also. So the thing is that my observation is that when I working in the ACI project in Satkhira, I observed that farmers are producing sunflower and thus they can produce a higher productivities they can receive. But after the project period is covered, they reported that they cannot able to sell the sunflower in the market because of the we are not focusing on market in right way. So in the production side, we should focus on the market side also. Maybe you can say that which one is first, whether egg or whether hen. So, but both are right, but we should focus both together, because without market, without participation of the farmers in the market, it's not possible to them to generate income in the marginalized farmer. So I stress on the market pillar, so you can give more attention on the market pillar also. I saw a lot of history or a lot of good history we can observe, but also we can bad history we can listen from the farmers when there is a climate change or where there is a drought or where there is a overflood. All their crops is lost and they are unable to recover their return or their investment. But in that case, BRAC already supported them during this process. That is the good sign. But other NGOs or other government organization or other donor agency, they also supported. So this should be continue. So farmers should be supported when they are facing crop loss. So my thing is that the adaptation clinic is in the right process. The name is good because it is clinic name, and people when hear the clinic, they think that we can receive something here, a good thing will be here. So they come, and not they come, adaptation clinic also go to the farmers. So this is mobile adaptation clinic that is good right away, I think. And we need to include this adaptation clinic into to link them with the market also, to added value added product and also other things, so that farmer can able to get maximum benefit. So this is my side. Thank you very much for inviting me for your this conference. I am really grateful to you to listen your activities and from your presentation, Monir Bhai. Thank you very much for your nice presentation. Thank you all.
Thanks a lot, Professor Dr. Muhammad Ismail Hussain. I'm also requesting both to the panelists already discussed to stay connected with us, because there will be some questions to the speaker as well as to the panelist. We are happy that we have Dr. Muhammad Ghulam Mahbub with us. He's the Principal Scientific Officer, Natural Resource Management Division of Bangladesh Agriculture Research Council. Dr. Mahbub has a keen interest on natural resource management as well as the forestry, and he has his expertise and neck on sustainable practices of agriculture as well as the environmental protection. Welcome, Dr. Muhammad Ghulam Mahbub.
Thank you, Dada, for introducing me. This is Ghulam Mahbub. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much for giving. It's actually an excellent presentation by Monir Bhai. It's fortunately, it's not my first time to learn about the climate adaptation clinic being operated by BRAC. Actually, I work for BARC, which is the apex body of National Agricultural Research System. Our responsibility includes coordinating the research activities being conducted by different national agricultural research institutes in Bangladesh and other public and private bodies. So we have been implementing a project called Atlas for Climate Adaptation in South Asian Agriculture. It's a regional project being implemented in the South Asia, particularly in the 4 countries, including Bangladesh, India, Nepal, and Sri Lanka, where we are developing a digital atlas to visualize location-specific climate vulnerabilities related to agriculture, and adaptation solutions available for that particular areas. So we recently partnered with BRAC to show some use cases of this atlas. So through this project, actually, we are acquainted with climate adaptation clinic, and I am since then when I came to know about these adaptation clinics, actually I was really very much interested to visit the sites. Seeing is believing. But some of my colleagues could visit last week, but I could not because of the other official responsibilities. But I will be visiting very soon and witness all the activities that presented by Manoj Jaman Bhai. So today, your presentations, actually, I noted few points. Actually, I really amazed to see the activities being implemented by the BRAC. And I have some just comments or suggestions on some of your activities which you may consider for yourself. One is advisory service. I believe when you go in Bangladesh, actually in other projects also implemented by DAE and other non-government organizations, they are trying to implement agriculture or climate advisory services. So in most of the services, sometimes still there are area of improvement to make all the advisories for impact-based advisories, because our farmers do not need all the weather and climate jargons. They need actually what are the impact that maybe happen from the weather scenarios, and what they should do to avoid these situations. So I believe BRAC is looking after that, but just I am emphasizing that if they should also look it into very seriously. And the language of communication for the impact-based advisory is also very important. So maybe they are doing it, but also they should, because they are very close to the farmers. So I believe with the help of the farmers, they will be looking into this, because they are partnering with a very good team, Jamil Advisory System. So they are really very good partners. So I hope we can find something really good out of their activities, experience, and replicate it in the other areas. And you are now promoting new crops, actually, is to those farmers in the coastal zones, particularly the sunflower. And recently I had opportunity to visit coastal zones, and really I was surprised to see the expansion of sunflowers. These are the joint efforts by the government agencies and the NGOs. But I noticed that the farmers are still having issues, because they are not very much aware about the post-harvest processing of sunflowers, and they do not have good market linkage that Ismail Bhai already highlighted in his panel talk. So BRAC should also, I believe they are doing, but this is also very important area where all of us should give emphasis that, so that with the modern post-harvest processing and market linkage facilities, so they can be benefited from these new crops. And sunflowers is very healthy, and the most costly, one of the most costly popular edible oils. And I also saw that you are promoting mulching. So that is really fantastic. But to give more impact on the environment, maybe you are also try to source the biodegradable mulching materials that is going to be available very soon, because some companies are introducing it they're taking initiatives to produce locally. So this material could be available in the near future. And I saw that you are promoting the like IPM method. That is really very much appreciable. But when you are cultivating brinjal, I saw the field in the slides that you are promoting. You are cultivating brinjals. So for brinjals also there are other solutions. That is BT brinjal. Bari has several BT brinjal varieties that where you do not need to apply any pesticide at all. But there could be some other reservations. But you can try at least and compare the competitive advantage of using BT brinjal varieties. And one other thing you can try, because you are promoting so many solutions for the farmers, but also you can see that if you can promote some of the technologies, so beside adaptation, you can try to promote some of the mitigation technologies as well. Like, because you have a very strong team and very close relationship with the farmers. So if you can promote some mitigation technology and valuation of their carbon benefits, so that you can start carbon business like agroforestry, biochar, and AWD. And finally, I will cover just 2 points. One is BRAC has and BRC has one solution that is mobile-based application. We call it Khamari. So Khamari is a mobile application that is capable of providing location-specific advisory to the farmers, so that farmers can identify the options for suitable crops for his very particular land, and the location-specific fertilizer dose recommendation based on the fertilizer recommendation guides and the historical soil database. So, I suggest BRAC to evaluate the Khamari, the performance of Khamari for their, because in other application trials conducted by DAE, we found that it could save up to 30% of fertilizer cost compared to the farmer's practice, and additional it can give more yield compared 10 to 20% additional yield for rice, our trials. But maybe for it could be different for your other crops. But since BRAC is our partner, I suggest them to evaluate our apps, and you have every opportunity, because it is a continuous development process. If you find any issues, you can give us direct feedback so that we can address all the issues, if any. And also, finally, I would like to suggest BRAC, your excellent BRAC, to share your excellent experiences with other government agencies. Like already we had opportunities to collaborate with BRC, but you can also work with Bari, BRI, and Bina. They have several activities in the coastal zones. So we suggest you to visit all their activities in their projects. Particularly, I can name one project for where Bari and Bari and BRI is involved. It is cropping system intensifications in the coastal zone, CSI for CJET. So they identified some very good solutions for climate adaptation in the coastal zones, and they are outscaling those. But you can learn from each other, and you also invite them. So probably we can also be a partner to bring you together. And also DA is also very important, because they are the last mile worker. Whatever you are doing, so you try to engage DAE people so that they can learn directly from the field, and try to convince farmers out of your reach area out of your reach. Thank you very much for giving me I'm sorry for the long talk. Anyway, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. It's not that long because
for the
each of
chance.
you have 10 minutes and we started 10 minutes late. But we are on time actually. So I'm requesting all our panelists to stay connected, and now we are inviting you all to the question answer session. It will be, we'll spend 15 minutes on the question answer session. It will be easy if you specify to whom you are asking the question. We had one question, how can we visit adaptation clinic and other interventions of BRAC? Monir Bhai has already invited you to visit our adaptation clinics. I can give this answer of this. Please call us and we can easily arrange your visit to our place. I know the Faith in Action, you are in Satkhira. Feel free to visit our projects and adaptation clinics, which are located in Satkhira, Ashashuni, and that area. Yeah, please. Okay, Dr. Mohammad Ghulam Mahbub, please share your important point. We have time.
Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you. Actually, I suggest you, because these are the very rare opportunity to learn about your experience of adaptation clinics. But beside organizing this kind of expert panel discussions, you also please also try to consider make more publication in the form of popular publication and also in the form of journal articles, because you have some excellent experience. So which with little effort and little research, this could be published in high impact journal. Like you see, you showed the mobile solar panel system. So if it is published in some good journal, so the people from the around the world could be benefited from this one. And other thing is, you try to quantify and visualize your impact, because see, you are working to popularize sunflower. So, but if you do some satellite remote sensing study and show how the fallow land is being converted into cropland over the last few years, so this could be really fantastic scientific articles and also good point for showing your impacts. So if you do not have your own in-house capacity, I can connect you with some group or people so who can be your partner to do some things, this kind of study for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have 10 more minutes for question answer. If any of you have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, dear moderator, may I
Yes, please.
ask a questions to the speaker?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay, I have found that in his presentation, there should be agri storage, but not cold storage. So how come it possible to store the agri crops without maintaining any temperature or moisture, something like that? Can he explain little more? Is it possible to store like potato, onion, or other crops? Thank you.
Thank you. This is question to the speaker, Monir Bhai.
Okay, thank you so much. Can I start, Tawazda?
Please.
Yes, many questions. Just started one by one, and some of the question I will give you answer in a holistic way. So why it is clinic and adaptation? Because we are working in climate vulnerable area, and also all the solution that we are providing, it's basically climate adaptive based on adaptation principles. This is one. And clinic part, I already mentioned. Just to give you one example, that MIT, probably you know MIT, Yale University, they are basically evaluating our adaptation clinic. And they also recognize that this is really a fantastic model for one-stop service, especially for climate vulnerable people through, the adaptive agriculture knowledge and support. So they also recognize it's a good name, and also that the meaning of the adaptation clinic, it's really very close with the name, with the services also. And they already started their evaluation. Probably next year they will complete their adaptation clinic evaluation, and they're doing especially in Ashashuni and Shamnagar with our GeoCruiseNet project. So yes, and another question is that raised by Professor Atik. Crop calendar is changing. This change is not happen the few years. Like last 2 decades also, we have seen our season is changing, as well as the crop calendar also changing. Previously, we have 6 seasons, and now 3.5 seasons all over the Bangladesh. Why 3.5? 0.5% is available in our Dhaka TSC during autumn movement. Otherwise, 3 seasons is common in Bangladesh. Whereas 50 years back, we have 6 seasons, which is basically based on agriculture. And yes, what we are trying to give support to the farmer, that your crop calendar is changing. An alternative crop we are that proposing, that this crop is better than this one. Why? These all are tested in other part of the Bangladesh or other part of the their area. This suggestion is not only that BRAC agriculturists they are providing. They discuss with the local agriculture extension that their officials. We have a very good connection with the local officials because they know their area very well. So that's why we are very connected, and we always invite them to our office and also visiting them to our field so that they can see what we are doing, and also they give us suggestion on the ground. And the value adding activities, like we have that I mentioned the 4 crops, the major one, but we have more than 100 crops. We are, if you go and see our fields, not only the staple crops, the different cereals, and also high value crops. For example, the watermelon, summer watermelon, and honeydew, this kind of crops also available, and also the spices. For example, ginger, chuijhal, black pepper. These also we are promoting through our adaptation clinic. And the most another part is that everyone mentioned about market linkage. We have one principle that if you have a good quality product, market will come to your door. For example, this year that some of the part of the Bangladesh, some of the lands, all they produce that cauliflower. We never promoting this kind of thing. We always try to give advice to the farmer to diversify their field. Even if it is 3 acres of land, we always promote 3 crops so that one crop, if one crop is damaged by certain disaster, the other might be they will get support from other crops also. So it's, and also the market. So if they have a different diversified crops, the market always, there is a demand to the market. So all of our adaptation clinic, we are not promoting only single crop. more diversified crop so that they can have a huge market. The sunflower thing, the market story is really great. The first year, like 3 years back, we connected some of the vendor to the Khulna. And now, last year, BRAC Seed and Agro tried to buy some seeds from the local farmer. They said, sorry, we are consuming this seed and we making oil for us. And they are selling the oil. So because they have a technology, previous they do not have this technology. Now they have a machineries, different kind of machineries. So that's why they also learning. But yes, they need, if we introduce more modern technique, it will not only capture the local market, of course, the international market they can access. We need some time. But again, they have as I mentioned, that if you have a good quality of product, market will come to your door. For example, most of our farmers, like the potato and the watermelon, we know the vendor always go to their field. They collect from the field because they already know that this farmer has a knowledge and also expertise, and their produce is really, really high quality.
Thanks,
Now,
Dr. Bhai.
we are not only consider our local market. Maybe next year presentation, you will see that our farmer will sell their crop in the international market. That is for sure.
Thanks, Munibhai.
Abdullah?
Now we have one question from Faith in Action. Please, Faith in Action. Please ask your question. Okay, Munibhai, you can add more things, and
Okay.
we have 5 more minutes.
Another one is Dr. Mahbub Bhai. Yes, you raised a very, very important that question, the research and the findings. Yes, but at the same time, you know, the BRAC is basically implementing organization. The climate change program, the people who are working here, we have feelings that we need to do something that what others are not doing because of our knowledge. But at the same time, if we spend our time with the research, it's really difficult for us because we always try to connect with the farmer at the ground. Yes, we accept your proposal. If you guys come and do some research with us, most welcome. But at the same time, we have already partnership with Bangladesh Agriculture University. They are also doing some research with us. And for example, very recently, we have a partnership with Bangladesh Agriculture Research Council. If you have that kind of research opportunity, if you're interested with us, yes, we are ready to work with you, because this is something that some of the field is open. We need a scientific base. Some of the information that what we are seeing at the ground, it's amazing. But again, we need scientific evidence. For scientific evidence, we need research. So if you come and do research with us, most welcome. But again, we are a frontline soldier, and our main target to work directly on the ground. So that's why probably research part little bit missing, but again, most welcome.
Munibhai, you had another more question from Dr. Mohammad Atik Rahman Bhuiya regarding the storage, crop storage.
Okay, crop storage is basically we have we are using adjuster fan, try to maintain the temperature. Our crops, it's not like they're keeping for 3 to 4 months, 1 to 2 months, highest 3 months. And we have a meter and some of them like materials over there to maintain the temperature. But Simply, we are maintaining this temperature by using fan and also the adjuster fan. So still that we are using this one, and also some crops we are not like the vegetable type of crops we are keeping in our storage, rather than more pulses, rice, and some of the crops that which can keep for like as I mentioned 2 to 3 months, not more than that, because it's not a cold storage.
Thank you. We have only 2 more minutes for question answer, but Faith in Action has one question regarding the local network. So how we are actually doing this networking at local level? Anyway.
Local level networking is it's very, very important. I believe that exposure visit is one of the most thing, because when we like present or tell the stories, sometimes it's really difficult to connect with the real story. So if the local any institute visit Ashashuni, Shamnagar, Mongla, Kolapara, Golachipa, that Jamalpur, and also Silet Chatok, even Nauga, Ashapahar. If anyone, any organization can visit, most welcome, and see from your own eyes what the farmer and adaptation is doing on the ground. Because we have many other story which is not possible for me to cover in this presentation. We have also some water management different stories, like how rainwater is helping to produce a lot of that homestead that vegetable growing using the rainwater at our Shapahar. Fantastic story over there. So there are many other technologies that currently adaptation clinic is implementing. Amarbon, I didn't have a time to mention, but those are the really, really great example. It's not that we are develop this intervention from the foreign knowledge. No, all are our indigenous knowledge. What we are doing, we are just transform this knowledge into different way so that people can get most benefit from our services. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Jimmy, for the question answer. We are grateful to you as speaker and our 3 panelists. Now I'm requesting the chair of this session on food security and agriculture by the Gobeshona Conference 5, Dr. Mohammad Liaquat Ali, Director Climate Change Program, Urban Development Program, Disaster Risk Management Program of BRAC, to have the concluding remarks as well as conclude the session of today.
Thank you, Tapurda. First of all, BRAC is a very flexible institution. Community mobilization and working with community and working with networks, it is in our DNA. So we are accepting all the suggestion comments today we have received. We'll look into it. If we have the opportunity, definitely we'll going to incorporate that in our. Regarding the name of adaptation clinic, so thank you very much for your suggestion. We'll revisit. But one thing I like to mention, this adaptation clinic is already presented in COP29, and it is presented in ERD, and also it is presented in front of the advisor environment. And she is going to arrange a meeting with the agriculture advisor very soon. So we'll revisit. And time is very important factor, because adaptation clinic is such a vast and big things. Covering everything in one presentation is not possible. So we started with adaptive agriculture, but ultimately our aim is to go for smart agriculture. So if you want to go with a smart agriculture, definitely mitigation is a part of that, and alternative wet and dry, these will cover. And to minimize the cost of labor, we gave farmer, not everybody, as a group, lots of what we call machineries for post-harvest and also before planting. A different type of machineries we provide so that cost can be minimized. And storage, you have already heard from Monibai, it's not a cold storage. It's a concept of dole. Earlier in Bangladesh, we have a dole in farmer's house. So we just consider the flooding height and also the wind speed so that it can sustain in that kind of disasters. Thanks to panelists, those who have already chance to visit our adaptation clinic, and we are keen to have more visits. Just last week, we have a visitor from BARC, and also we have a visitor from DAE, an additional director. And correctly, you have mentioned the mobile irrigation, the solar-based mobile irrigation. That is also one of the interesting and innovating part that was already shared by our environment advisor to the energy advisor. So look, there is a mobile irrigation. And one thing I like to mention is the linkage. Yeah, so we are working on it. We have already made a partnership with different organizations, world-renowned organization, Syngenta Foundation. So they have Farmers Hub and we have Adaptation Clinic. Combining these two, how we can make best market linkage, we are working on that. Regarding failure story, rightly pointed out. So everything is not as it is. There will be some difficulties. For that, we have also experienced some of the difficulties like pesticide attack like blast, disaster loss. So that's why in BRAC, we have loan facilities, agriculture loan, and also crop insurance facility. So we link them with our facilities so that that can be minimized. And also, you mentioned about initiative and partnership with Atlas South Asia project. Yes, we are partnering with you. So we are proud of that and we will continue doing so. And you are rightly pointed out, when we are providing advisory service, we have to be very careful about what we are telling. Because in Bangladesh, most of the cases in our forecast and your projection is very much correct and accurate. But when it's delivering to the people, there is a problem. So warning is always a dangerous thing. So we have to be double careful. Thank for your advice. And also you have mentioned mitigations. As I said, we are trying to go for smart agriculture. So mitigation will be inbuilt. You have a written question I saw from Dr. Ghulam. Are we using biofertilizer? Yes, we are focusing less on chemical fertilizer. At the same time, our seed and agro, because you know BRAC has a separate entity enterprise, they are importing seed and agro. So they are fertilizing biofertilizers. I cannot give the name, but I have the name. If you want, I will provide you. So regarding Khamari, yes, we are taking help from Burmese. So I know it will be ended. So we will take the help of Khamari. And also I mentioned there is a visitor from DAE. And Tuesday, there is a meeting with IRI. And we have a plan to visit and make an MU or LY with Bari and Bina. So that is in our plan. Regarding publications, yes, there is a journal publications, and there are sometimes we write in newspaper and different seminar symposium. We have presented our case, so that will be continue. So if you want, if people want to join hand with us, we are very much open. And you know, research and evaluation. You know, we have a partnership and we have a project with Jamil Observatory, MIT CruiseNet project. So that is a project from where our water security model and adaptation clinic model will be evaluated through MIT, and Yale University. Mushfiq Mubarak is doing that. So that is going on. So we are very much open. If somebody within Bangladesh can come forward, we'll join hand with them. I'd like to thank you, moderator, Mr. Taposh, for your nice moderation. I'd like to thank the key presenter, Mr. Maniruzzaman, for your nice presentation. And I'd like to thank 3 of our distinguished panelists for their valuable time and say few words, which is good for us, and also give us some suggestions that definitely will be helpful. So I like to thank the participant who managed times to join our session. Thanks to them. And finally, I like to thank ICCCAD for giving us the opportunity to showcase our adaptation cleaning model in this Gobeshona conference. Right. So as a chair of this session, it is time. I like to conclude the session saying good luck. Thank you. See you again next time.
Thank you.
Requesting all speaker to just open video if possible, just for a snap. Thank you.